Hello guys, welcome to my channel oktests.com. So here I am going to call an API from an API endpoint using ASP.NET Core. This is the get API and here I will click on send. Then you can see I got the information. So how we can call this API as well from the API endpoint using C#. So let's move to the Visual Studio to do that, and here you can see this is the endpoint what I am already created. Okay, and here I have some commented code which are related to different methods. Here I have implemented the code, and this code is for get API because you can see this is the get and this is the call API. So let me show you one more thing. I have already created it and tested it. So you can see this is the API endpoint and this is the call API and this is the controller name of account and this is my base URL, and this is the actual get API which I am going to use it right now for showing you the demonstration. So this is also the get API, HTTP JSON placeholder. Okay, and this is the additional URL with after which will come after this. So let me show you again by calling this API. So this is the get API which I just called, and okay, so I should receive the same response from this API as well, because in this API I am going inside this API I am going to call this get API. Okay, so here in Visual Studio this is the base address. So I have separated the base address and this is the additional address with the base address. You can see here this one. So this one I have kept it separately in this. Okay, so you can see I have just created here the HTTP client which is named as client, and inside that client I am accessing the get method with asynchronous command, and here I have passed in the client base address is also already this one is the client base address and this is the additional address or the actual address what I am going to call to get the result. So here once I will call the API, this line which will call the API, and inside this response content the result will come. Okay, and here this line number 419 is ensuring whether the result have come with the success code or not. If it is coming with the success code, then it will return from here, otherwise it will throw the error. Okay, you can see here it is written already, it throws an exception if it is false. Okay, if HTTP response is false. So let me run this Visual Studio to see what we can get. You can see here now our project is running. So what I will do, I will go to Postman, and here I will call this API, and this API is pointing to my local host. You can see, and this is get API, therefore I need not to pass any data. And here I will click on send, and it should come to the Visual Studio breakpoint. So you can see, and from here I will move step by step to see the actual result. So here you can see it has created the HTTP client object. Okay, and now I will add the base address to the client, and from here I have called the API from here this line, and now from here I will read the API result, and you can see the result have come here, and you can see I got the result, and now it will ensure whether result is success or not. And here you can see result is success, and now again I will do F10 and it will come to end, and from here it should return the response what I have received from the API. So you can see the same response I am getting. Okay, what I had got from here. So you can see this is the response what I had received from JSON placeholder, and this is the API what I have received from my own API. Okay, and now the next thing I will call the post API. Okay, so what I will do now, I will stop it and I will comment this code so that I can use this one. So let me uncomment this. Okay, so now let me save it, and here you can see this is also the same thing, but there is one difference, and that difference is here. You can see this is the object what I have created to post the data, and this is the same object. You can see I am passing in this API, in the post API. You can see here, and I will click on send. Then you will see this is the response what I have received, and I should also receive the same response from get API now, because inside the get API I am going to call this post API. Okay, with the same request data. So now I will go to Visual Studio, and here I will, you can see here I have added, this is the request body, and I have passed this post data here inside the serialize object, and here I am creating a content, because this is the content format what I need to pass in the post async. Okay, so earlier I was using get async to get the data, because that this API was the get API, and now I am passing the only post, because here is the only post here. Okay, so that's why I am passing only post, and with the post data it is always required to send some additional content, not always required, but it is recommended to send the content body or the request body. So this is the request body. Okay, and here in the request body I am passing the UTF-8 type of encoding with the application JSON format data. Okay, so now it will call the API from here, post, and the result will be fetched from here, and then I am again returning the same response. So let me again run this. So now you can see once again our project is running. So now I will go to Postman, and here I will call this API, get API, and once I will click on send here, then it has come, the control has come to the breakpoint now, and I will click here the F10. So you can see again it has reached to the line number 4 to 6, and again I will do F10, and it will get the base address, and now it will get the request body object, and now it will create the content, and now it will call the API. Okay, and now API calling is done, and now it will return or fetch the result. So you can see this is the result coming from the API, and I am going to return the same. So I will again click on F10. Now there is no error, and it has come to OK, and now again I will do F10. So now the control, or we should see the response here. So you can see we got the new response, and I will put it as JSON. Okay, so you can see this is the response, and the same response I am getting from this JSON placeholder API, right? So now the next thing is, let me stop this one. So now I will comment out this code here. Okay, and now I will uncomment the put API calling method. So here you can see here this API calling is also the same in the same way it is being called as the post API. So you can see here, just I need to click or change the put from post, and also need to change the API. So let me show you this one as well here. So you can see this is the put API, and I am going to, and inside the put I have passed these three things, and I am, let me also check the Visual Studio. So in the put API, actually I also need to send ID here. So I will put it here as ID. Okay, so now I will click on send, and here you can see I got the same in the response, and with the status 200. Okay, right. So I should receive the same response from this API here, because I have changed the code now. So I will go ahead and let me show you the one change as well. So you can see this here is the, this URL is different with the base address, and also I have done the same thing here. This is the base address, and here is the changed URL, and also here you can see this is the put async, but in the post API calling I was using post async, and rest everything is same here as well. So let me run this once again. Here you can see once again our project is running. So I will go to Postman here, and now I will click on get API, and now inside this API, get API, this time I am calling the put API. So I will click on send here, and you can see the control is here at 410 line number. So I will do again F10. So you can see it is also creating the base address, then post data, and then it is serializing the object into JSON, and now this is calling the API, and now it I will get the response from here, and you can see this is the response which I have just received from the API. And then I will again do F10 to move line by line. So there is no error, so I can just hit here continue, and you can see in the Postman that I have received the same expected result. Okay, and this is the same result what I have received here, you can see. Okay, so we have also called the put API very well, and now I am going to call this delete API from this get API. Okay, so here in the delete API there is no request body, here is just the URL with one as ID which we need to pass. So what I will do, let me show you by sending it. You can see we have received empty object in the response with the status of 200. Okay, so now let me go to Visual Studio, and let me comment this put API code, API calling code actually. Okay, I will comment it, and now I will uncomment the delete API. So here again you can see delete API calling is really very simple. So I have uncommented it. Okay, okay, just a minute, hold on. I also need to comment it, and now I will uncomment it, Control KU. Okay, so now let me stop it to understand it. Okay, and also to run the new change. So here again this is also, you can see, similar to the get API, because we are not passing any data, we are just passing here the sub URL part after the base URL. Okay, So here is the base address, and here is the remaining address is here, and this is the delete async, you can see, and rest everything is same. Here I am calling the delete API, and from here I am reading the result which we have received or which we will receive from the API calling, and if everything is success or not success, it will ensure that, and then here in the last it will return the response. So let me run it once again. You can see here our code is running once again, and now I will go ahead and I will go to get API here, and I will call the API from here. I will click on send, and now you can see the breakpoint has come here, and now I will click on F10, or from here it will click on step over, and you can see this is calling the API, and I will navigate to the next line, and here everything is okay, and I will click on continue, and you can see I have got the same response what I am getting from this delete API. Okay, so like this you can call any type of API like post, put, get, delete from the API what we have just created. So like this you can call any API. So that's all in this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.